Okay, so we continue recording part 4 now of my Blender nonsense. This becomes a serious, I guess. So it just, it makes fun to do that, and it's good to record something for the channel. So I really like the idea of combine those stuff. Although it wasn't planned to do this today. I'm also uploading currently the part 3, which I recorded 20 minutes ago. No, 30 minutes ago, I believe. Meanwhile, because I recorded already, but then right at the beginning I stumbled across a problem. It was very bright and I had to figure out why, and then I thought, okay, let's start again. So I wasn't able to show you guys the how I cut out the stuff in GIMP, which is maybe interesting simply because we didn't really waste time. We needed more time to work on this guy. So in this scene, I would like to adjust it a little bit better. And I'm not completely sure if I like that. I made this screen bigger, right? And I invested a lot of time. I have to see how this looks in the end. Really, so it could happen that I say, well, looks interesting, but I don't like it, and then, well, I have to do something different. So first of all, this one here, oops, I'm sorry guys, make it a little bit smaller, just a little bit. I wonder how I can do it. There is a way to make to go into the full screen. Do I just full screen combo you can press somehow, but I forgot. I'm pressing weird combinations. This one here. Okay, that's control and oh boy, I forgot the word letters. Control and space key. Then you have like a full screen, kind of like a full bigger full screen if you want. And if you ever think, oh boy, it's good, but I also want to get rid of the grid here and all those little signs. It looks slightly better in shading. If you can make the shading actually. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna show you this quickly. Let's go. You see a lot of stuff. You can always delete those stuff. Composing. That's something which comes maybe if I'm keep doing Blender in 5 years or something. This one we don't need either because this window opens automatically anyways. This one we don't need actually. We don't need that. Texture painting, maybe later. UV editing, okay. Sculpting maybe. Modeling. What's modeling? No, I never used that actually. Good. So we can say we're gonna use another shading environment. So let's get rid of this. This is what I meant. See, this is Adobe Premiere, which I probably cancel as soon as I in approximately 4 months, I think I'm gonna cancel the contract. It's just too expensive Adobe Premiere Pro. But I'm glad I learned this program. Maybe I can use it someday. Join areas. So you can you can make combine areas. So if you hover with your mouse until the bar here and right click, then you can say join areas. You can choose an area. This one you want to join, or this one you want to join. This one, so this disappears and it's gone. And yeah, we don't need that actually as well. Let's join this, and now this one is bigger. And the difference here is, you see, compare. Now let's take a look. When we go into the layout menu, same version, you see the grid here, and this is the easiest way. Maybe you can probably get rid of this in a different way as well, but this is, to me, this is the noob easiest friendly way to basically see the same thing without the grid. So that makes me very happy that I can do it. But also it doesn't bother me right now. It only bothered me because I thought there must be a way to get rid of this guy, And then I really looked up for that a long time. So one thing, I think I have a slight problem. If the render problem could be, because this guy is optimized. Yeah, we have a little bit of a problem here. The snowman is optimized for the render type Eve, and the rest of the scene is optimized for the render type cycle. Sometimes I say circle, I mix up so often words. So that's the problem, and I also discovered that when we render that, the cap is okay, but you see that this one here is a little bit too... Oh boy, I'm sorry, we're gonna go on this menu first. So this guy takes a while to, you see the problem here. We have to work on this a little bit, So let's go into the particle modifier again and see what we can do about it. Maybe it's just suffice to... Oh, what have I done? To increase the number here to, let's say, 500. And we have to wait a little bit. Does this help a little bit? I think the reason why I believe this helps is because I kind of did this in my today when I was creating the logo screenshot. So you see that, well, problem is a little bit, I mean, I'm a little, we have to make, well, let's be wise on that. You see, it's very hard for Blender to show me that, and that's understandable. So we're selecting it and say in Word, hiding everything else which is not needed. So maybe it's easier for Blender to take care of this, but we have a problem again. I hide it a little bit too much. We need a light source at least. So we should find a light source which is already here and helping us. This one I believe is pretty good. Yeah, that should be sufficient. And this one. So now let's say select invert, hide everything. And is this bright enough? Yeah, I don't know. Not really. Not really. Okay. We need more light. Where is another light source? Okay, you know what? Just for this purpose, we're gonna need a area light source, which we need here. So that should be okay. Yeah. This one and this one. Invert height. Okay. And now you see it's very dark, but that's not a problem at all. 600. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, it's basically the same thing actually. Good. I tried my best. Anyway, we're just gonna focus on maybe we can clumping this thing a little bit. Oh. Hey, maybe this is already what we need. That's bright. It looks good so far. Let's hide this one here or delete this because it's not part of the scene. Yeah, that's okay. We can work with that. It just looks a little bit like it could be a little bit more like this. And yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. This one maybe I don't like. Crap, I don't like it. You know, that's the problem if you we're gonna do the same thing in here. Can we make... Oh, yes. Ah, this is funny. Look at that. No. Wait, we have to go in this menu. Probably, again, that's a problem. Although, almost the same, but Interesting. It's basically if you use this kind of render type and you have so much going on, it's weird. But actually, it's like you would use like you would. It feels like you would use a program which is streamed to you with a kind of a lag. That's how it feels. Like you have a delay. You work and you have a delay. So okay, it doesn't have to be too detailed because simply it's not that close. Yeah, this is the weird thing. It actually looks better in the other render type. I mean, we could clean this in Photoshop actually, but I'm just curious. But I mean, it's actually not a big problem, so definitely a way to. There's a way to make this nice. Okay, wait, this is a little bit dumb. And also, now this is fine. Hey, what does this do here? Maybe this is better this time. I think we have to. Okay, let's delete this thing here. It doesn't really matter. We can always go back. Completely gone. So let's make a new particle. New particle is yeah. So let's trim this time. Simple. Okay. This and this do something here. Ah, interesting. There is no trimming in here. Or is there? No, it's in the other version. Okay. Hey, this is also good. Oh, this is actually what I would have needed for this. The other part. Okay. I think it's a little bit too long. Yeah, I see. That's what we actually see. Yeah, that's different, yeah. Doesn't matter. Oh. How do we do that? You can make, actually, with stuff like this, you can make the, yeah, this is actually better for trees, you know? For the branches. Next time. Okay, looks okay. I hope we can twist this a little bit. Roughness. There's no twisting in here. Yeah, shape maybe. Length. Nice. And point. Okay. But how does it look actually with 100? Like this. Yeah, and this menu is a little bit different because we have in Eve we would have, I believe so at least, trimming. Yeah, here's trimming. Maybe this works still a bit. What happens if we switch that? I mean, we could also cut that, right? I mean, it's not a big problem actually, but I'm just curious why that is. Okay, let's go. And back into the other menu. Did I just change it? Yeah, the cycle, okay. So yeah, maybe there's trimming as well somewhere, but I really can't find it. What spine does I do not? Ah, here's trimming. Huh? Here's trimming? How is this possible? How is this possible? It's impossible. No, it's not. I haven't seen it, or I do not know what's going on this. Sometimes I just don't know. Well, maybe I really like the simple version here more. We just have to make it. That's also a weird thing here. I'm sorry, Lucas Snowman. I'm sorry. I help you out. Just trust me. I'm gonna get the. What the heck? Ah. Okay, wait a second. This one here. Radius is also very interesting. Well, we can make it like this. Nice. What does this do? I don't know. I don't know. Also, if you're never sure what value was the default one, then you press right click and say reset to the default value, which is incredibly helpful. Hey guys, I do not know what I'm doing actually. I think it doesn't really matter too much, and it looks weirder and weirder. I think I can do it, but it takes too much time. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this quickly and use and then I'm gonna use this guy here. I just duplicated it, so what I've said in the last part, it has the same material, now it has a different one. And let's make it, because this one I adjusted already. And I think it looks okay in the render. I hope so. That's really the problem here. Ah yeah, it looks okay. And that's what I mean. Sometimes you do stuff and you don't know how you did this. It's not looking like I want. And so if I want to recreate this thing exactly like it was, then it's really good to have this as a save game, to have a reference that you can go back and look at this. Because you will forget that if you test this out. And there's nothing wrong with forgetting stuff. Because, I mean, how can you possibly remember all the stuff? I mean, you have to remember so many things in life. So many things. And then Blender comes and tells you so many more things. And yeah, okay. Well, I think Lucas Snowman looks very nice. That's okay. What I want to focus now is on, first of all, I like this scene again because this doesn't make me too crazy. Good. So I think, let me try to see that in how I would see that. Also, I think last time, yeah, there's something wrong in here. Not completely, oops, like it should be. Okay, is it a little bit easier if we do this one again? This time. Yeah, to have real collisions is better sometimes for stuff like that, I guess so. But you have to, I'm not sure right now, even if I would turn on collisions and physics, then this has to be calculated. And this is still with the mirror modifier. So I think that's, it's okay if I do this manually right now. So last time I said this is like a book. It is kind of like a book, but it could also look like a game box. It doesn't fit very well into the interface, but it's okay. I mean, in Doom there is also like mystical stuff, so let's just say this is the mystical stuff, whatever. for now at least. I mean, we can create new stuff anytime we want. Anytime we want, we can create new stuff. We could also, you know, let's just create a mousepad. I said so last time, so let's do it this time. Oh, this is also a very helpful tool. You see there is the plan. I just ordered it from the universe and I got it immediately. So when we want to have this one here, we could either drag and drop until it's approximately there, or we're just selecting this first and then the goal object where we want to go. So this is the goal object. This is what we've selected first. This is the goal object, and then we say right click and say snap a selection. Well, selection is what the first selection in this case to the active. The active is the goal selection, and voila, now the thing is here. And then you have to select it again because you have selected both, and that can be irritating because if you change it now, both would switch. But I did this already. So just if you do not press, you know, press again on this thing, or just deselect it and press it again to be sure. Okay, so well, that's a mousepad tree done. Good. So let's say, how does it look approximately? It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, a mousepad is a mousepad, right? And I would say we make it bigger, and I know it's actually better when we. Great, that happens sometimes, you know. It doesn't happen too often with Blender that the program is just closing itself, but that you should always save it before you do something. Like with the, you know, Control and S for saving, because I really think it doesn't, you know what, I explain after. I'm gonna open it again. Okie dokie, I just opened it again and checked if this is still the version. So this is where we saved the last time. There's also autosave. You can also, if you forgot to save, Blender does autosaves. In this case, it's not very dramatic actually. So, but you can actually check for autosaves as well. Yeah, we have to get the plan again. What I wanted to say is that sometimes Blender crashes, but I think it's incredible how much you can do. And how stable the program actually works. I mean, right now I give it to Blender. I mean, there is a lot of hair particles here. We render a lot of stuff which is not necessary for this scene at all. I just like it because I like to see stuff. To make it easier for Blender, we could just hide this or do the whole thing here in a different scene, or putting it to a different layer or something. So there are, you know, there is no need to really to complain about that, because this is just my fault also. I'm currently uploading. I have like 3 screens. I'm recording the whole thing, and it's for what I treat Blender pretty bad, and she is very powerful compared to Adobe Premiere, where if I work with Adobe Premiere, I have to close most of the things if I really want to be serious about that. Because it crashes that often. It's incredible often. It crashed in my experience, only in my experience, very often. And I was thinking, what the heck? So and I thought, how is this even a thing? Well, if a program is that expensive, I mean, if you would buy it, it's like 700 euros if you buy it once. And in my experience, and I have a really good system, or not the worst. So. Anyway, my experience again, doesn't have to be anybody else's. Good, we say we don't have to make it like just giving it virtual solid. What is this called? Solid modifier, solidify, I believe. I talked a little bit much, guys. A little bit. This one, and a subdivision modifier you're gonna get as well, and not that's the craziest mousepad ever. And now you're gonna get this one here, and that looks okay, and Yeah. So, at the beginning, I don't really work much with modifier because they are very confusing at first. They come in handy later on when you worked a little bit with that. But at first they are very confusing, to me at least. I'm also, I'm learning different, so what counts for me doesn't necessarily count for you as well. I mean, when I see this, how my friends in games, I think, I might be a little bit wrong about that, but I think I'm weak at first. I think everybody else has kind of a small advantage because everybody else seems to understand stuff quicker. But in the long run, I get it pretty good. So it'll take. I think I'll need longer to learn, but I'll learn it very well when I'm interested. It doesn't count for anything, but in games, I recover this. This happens pretty often that I understand later than my friends. But in the end, I do a good job then. So it doesn't bother me at all. It's not a bad thing. And so what do we do now? Like this one here. Okay. I think. Yeah. Problem is a little bit that we do not see because of the modifier. It's just simulated. It's not really here. And this guy here, we don't see the. I don't know. I need to see the surface. What is that? I think we have a double thing here. Let's get rid of the face. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me check something. I think I confused myself again. Oh wait, this is... Yeah, there is another thing. We don't need that actually. Huh? What the heck? That shouldn't happen. Oh no, it makes sense. It makes sense, but it's still weird. What have I done? Let me try to find the solution here. Let me say only faces. I see what I've done. Okay, let's make it... I did something wrong, but I'm gonna fix it in a newbie way. I'm gonna fix this quickly here. That's the easiest way right now because it's the first solution I had. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. And now we make... Oops, what am I doing? This one. Good. Oh, well, it's even better if we do that like that. Good. I think I'm really gonna go the complicated way. But it's fine. When it's done, it's done. That's a good thing about Blender. Yeah, here we go. So now we can save, and this one shall become a different material. Like this becomes this one. And then we can say this is a little bit... Yeah. And in this case, we're gonna give it a sub-material. I'm not sure with that, but to me it looks like if I use a sub-material, then we shouldn't use a metallic, or at least not too much, because then it's like that. Oh, this is also nice. But then it looks more like plastic, but that's only what I feel. I think I talk a lot of nonsense. Good. Let's see. We activated this one and the other one. How does it look? Do I like that? I don't like it. wait a second. So, how does my stuff look? I think in this case this is even better. Yes. That's for sure. So I wonder if we can get rid of this thing or if it destroys something. Edge. Oops. Destroy edge. No. Oh, maybe we could, but it's not necessary. I was just wondering. Okay. This one I don't like. Let's make this a little bit darker. And I don't want to have like such a big rim. That's a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So voila. Here we go. Hey, not too bad actually. The mouse is kind of hovering over everything. That's the magic mouse. Magic mouse. Oh boy, did I like Super Mouse when I was a child. Because I loved Superman. I really did. Like, boy, I was as a kid, I thought if I just believe it hard enough. You know? I thought if I just believe hard enough, I could fly. Start flying. And I think I reached a point where I believed so hard that I really thought, boy, that was close to maybe. Maybe if you really believe in something, like very, very, maybe it could even happen. I mean, I doubt that I would ever see somebody flying around, but it's like a magic thing when you're a child and you believe so hard. And I felt, oh, a little bit more and I could fly like Superman. Fortunately, I never tried to jump out of a window. I thought if I can't fly from my own, from the stand, I shouldn't try it with the window. That's good. Because otherwise, you know. So, okay. Yeah, looks nice. Mouse doesn't look too great, but you know, that's okay. So let's adjust this a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so what I think I should change is, let me just first of all, let me see what's connected to all the stuff here. I'll change this. Easiest way to see that is by, okay, we see we have to reconnect almost the whole nonsense. So I think this one, and this one is fine. Connected to that one. And let's see if we, oh boy, that's a little bit dumb. Yeah, mouse pad, I forgot. Maybe the light as well, because I'm pretty satisfied with the light. It doesn't really matter, but I always make the same mistakes. Yeah, hey, what about you? As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, we can actually, you can connect everything to everything. This one, the empty, is just used because, first of all, the empty doesn't appear naturally in the render because it's an empty. It's just an empty object if you want. But you could connect it to everything. We could connect everything to the desk, for example. Would work pretty well without any problems. So if you go into the scene now, how does it look? Looks good. Maybe the snowman is a little bit too. You know what? What about when the snowman is a little bit, wow, really slowing down the whole system as soon as I start to drag and drop the The snowman. Let me see, does he is in the middle? Because maybe it looks like, you know, like a little bit mystical. What the heck is that? Good. One thing I would like to change is the whole camera scene. It looked pretty good actually. We have on this point where I actually wanted to be. Yeah, but this one I want to change just so that we see a little bit more into the room. How does it look? That's questionable because we don't see it properly. Sometimes we have to do the render, otherwise it's really hard to see it the same way. So this is how we would record. Is that actually the door? Looks like the weapon again is in the air. Yeah, but I think from the perspective it's okay. We just have to adjust some certain things. First of all, this looks weird. Why does this look like that? Oh, it's fine. We can. I think that's because of the render type we are using. Let's see. Let me. This one is a little bit wide. Why is I don't like that actually. Maybe we can put this a little bit to that. How does this look actually? That's something. Well, I don't know. It's. Yeah. That's personal taste, what I'm doing right now. That is really, I mean, there, and it's also something I've learned. You can't make people happy with what you're doing anyways. So that at first, when I started to do a little bit with making logos for myself, of course, and so on, and I showed this to my friends, and when I asked about their opinion, and I asked 8 people, I got almost 8 different opinions. I mean, not that strong, but it's then you understand. Okay, you know what, that maybe you should really focus on what yourself like. It's good to ask any friend again. Then it's tricky. On the one hand, you have to do what you like personally, but asking friends about their opinion is also good because yeah, I would say if you're not sure, definitely let a friend check that. Listen to the opinion and try to really listen, not in a way that you already say no, that's how I want to make it. If he has a suggestion, I would say follow it once and then check it at least out, because it can make the difference. It can make you know, at least if it's a good friend, try it and see it for yourself. If you then don't like it, then it's fine. It's not a problem. No one is mad. But I discovered it's good. It really. I made the first when I made the city. The cyber city was my first serious project. My friend Martin, he helped me to. He made a suggestion about I discovered that you can make everything look like a mirror, so everything is reflecting very hard, and I liked it because I just discovered that, and then they put it everywhere, including the streets and so on. And I think I overdid this because I thought, hey, that's such a cool effect, I want to see it everywhere, and then you kind of ruin it. And then he just made me aware that this I could change, and other things too. And I tried some of them, and yeah, it was definitely worth it. So yeah, but again, if you really like something, then stick to that, no matter what everybody else says. So this white thing makes me crazy here. What is this? Why is this so white in here? No, this is a different thing. What the heck is that? No, wait. What is the white thing? Okay, I have to hide this because it always plops. Ah, this here. Ah, I see. This one probably. Let's see. Yeah, this is this. This is the guy. I hope it's the only one. It's only affecting this. Yeah, good. In this case, we can change this a little bit. Yeah, we can change that. Metallic, it should reflect a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, and the city I made, the cyber city, was very proud, and I'm still proud. I think I did a really good job. But oh boy, I made it differently. The buildings. I show you this quickly. Let me show you this quickly. It's very not too much. I basically just made it like this one. I made it a house building like this. I had a cube, then I copied and pasted another cube, and so first I started like this, but later on I am, I had a lot of stuff inside, and that's okay. You can do it. It's fine, but it's different, and then like this. Wait. So that's kind of like Minecraft, and I really want to say there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because is it professional? I don't think so. But does it look good? I mean, in the end, what is Blender? what is art? I mean, in the end, it has to look interesting or good, and if it does, well, congratulations, job done. That's what I think. But if it's fun after a while, I think I'm changing here a different thing, which is not part. But if it's fun for you to do, you in the wrong way, then also this one is interesting. You can just drag and drop the same color onto different stuff. So just want to show this quickly here. I wanted to say something, I forgot about that. Anyway, just do what you want at the beginning, because in professional stuff you do on your own. Here we go. If becoming better and taking it more serious and so on, you do absolutely on your own. Absolutely, no doubt at all. Because you're getting bored, you do something and think, okay, that's fun, but oh, wait a second, I did this, then subdivide, and here we go. See, it looks almost like, let's subdivide this one more time. So you do something and then you get bored, and after a while, you do different stuff, and better stuff, because you want to do that. That's wait. Upsala. This is just very, this is basically what I've done. I'm doing this with the same, I'm just accelerating it a little bit. So now you have kind of like a, like the 80s science fiction buildings, and then you can make a making cool effects and so on. And yeah, this is how you do a science fiction building city or something, approximately. That was very quickly. Okay, let's go back to the menu. This is different because this I tried really to be more accurate, to make stuff fit well together, like this one, that it does stick up a little bit together. This, for example, is one piece, also with the with the stuff, and the door I certainly have to work on this. It's also, yeah. Anyway, so how late is it? 44 minutes. I think it doesn't look too bad, actually. We can test that. I believe we are. I think we can do the test. This looks still weird, but maybe it looks better in the thing. But let me check something. Something is wrong. Well, Oh boy, this one and that one. Weapon also goes a little bit up there. And yeah, good. No, I know what I don't like. I believe I don't like that this is looking like. How do we change that without? We could go back with the camera, but that's I really don't. I want to avoid completely. Let's make it like. I think that's what it is. What I don't like. Yeah, that's better. I think that's most okay. Yeah, they are Blender professionals who are extremely good. Also making like little. I wonder if I could do that. Let's see what happens if we use the modifier for smooth. Look at that. What do we have? It's not what I. Huh. Interesting. Not what I wanted to do, but it's cool. I like it. I like it. Who doesn't like it? I like it. Okay. Yeah. Make it a little bit. Why is the desk so weird? See if we can change, if this makes the whole scene a little bit better. No, it influences, the light is bouncing back and so on. So we have to keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay, we shouldn't play too much with that because it'll look different anyway. Good, you are here. Shall we give the snowman a... You know, we made all those leaves and so on. It's not even visible. But that's okay. Doesn't matter. It's not. I mean, you know, we learned a little bit, and that's the good thing. That's always the good thing. Good, we're gonna render this now. Or shall we give the snowman a sword? Just for fun. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. No. Let's not do this. Let's not overdo it. Next time, guys. Next time. So, cycle. And I'm going to render it. And you don't have to wait, but I do. Okay, I'm pausing it. Okay, guys, it took a while. You can actually see how long it took. It took 3 minutes and 37 seconds, I think so. You know what? The thing is, I really wanted to show you guys the GIMP and how I cut this out. But what I'm gonna do is, because I'm not sure if this is that interesting. Although, let me just go into the GIMP program and then I'm gonna show you what I do. Okay, guys, let's see if this works. Good, because I have a different mouse setting right now. So we now in GIMP. So this is a PNG file, and what I've said earlier, it would help if we would render this without a background and this as well. So it would just very helpful, but we don't really need it because I like GIMP too, and it's not really a big problem. I'm not sure if I make it completely nice today, because it's, you know, the time is just passing by like nothing, like flying like crazy, and so I'm just turning this a little bit up. Let me just test something. Yeah, okay, so okay, it's already, yeah, okay, that's good. So we're gonna make a copy of this layer, and I mean, there are so many ways to do the thing, right? But right now, oh no, it doesn't make any sense what I'm doing. It's fine. Also, I might be a little bit, if I'm confused with Blender, and I shouldn't be, because I'm using it for a while. But I'm a little bit confused because if I'm confused with GIMP, I used it for a long time with one particular version, and I recently updated it to a different version because I was curious. And this looks now different here, so that has changed. I don't know how to change this right now. I don't want to look up, it's just not that big of a deal, but at the same time it's a little bit annoying, or not annoying, it's just different. And the reason why I didn't update it for a long time, GIMP, I mean, updating is always good, I usually do that. With GIMP I didn't, because I was concerned about my fonts. I had it on my second screen, and I updated GIMP on the second screen, and suddenly a lot of fonts were missing, and I tried to get them back, and I couldn't do it, and I didn't know how to do it anymore, so I just avoided that. But it's not a big deal anymore. So this one we can do as well. We prepare actually just a scene for using it in open broker software. You could also just replace an open broker software using a chroma key or green screen or whatever. But it's not that accurate, and it's with a PNG file. It's clear, it's nice. So cutting out like that, using the whole scene like a stamp, is very surprisingly easy. I learned this when I did my own Let's Plays and so on. Actually, I learned a lot with those Let's Plays. I mean, it's crazy actually. I was able to learn English, and I was able to I think the problem here, I know what the problem is. I mean, the good thing is about if you make Let's Plays and you learn a language, is that you can talk non-stop, which is good practice for your language skills, of course. There's also a disadvantage because you don't get much feedback, like immediately if you talk to a person. And I think I messed this up here right now. Yeah, I have to do this again. Oh crap. Well, we can do it differently actually. We don't have to do it like that. Although it wasn't so bad. Let me just check something. This is the problem. Okay, I got it now. Well, the advantage is that you can talk every day, and you don't really bother people, because maybe you do, because some people are always bothered, including myself. I also have days where I think everybody sucks. It's not that I'm not always happy, that's for sure. And I think nobody is, and I think there's nothing wrong with being sometimes not happy. If there's a reason for it, and it's not lasting like a week or 2 weeks. If you are unhappy for 2 weeks, it could be when something very deeply disturbing happened, like somebody of your family is dying or something. That's a different thing. But if this is if you're just unhappy and then there's no really a reason for a long time, then I really suggest go and talk to somebody, talk to a doctor. And if you don't like a doctor, talk to a different one, because doctors are also human, and sometimes you don't like them because they can be arrogant as well. You have to find a good doctor. Anyway, but the point is, in my life, I think I do not know what life is about. I have no idea. Maybe it's we have chosen it to experiencing exactly what we're experiencing right now. Maybe that's the thing, that's the best thing what fits to me. But maybe it's that strange, that weird, that there is no one who can even imagine how it is. Like you couldn't imagine 20 years ago how the world would be today. There was just no way that you would have ever imagined where you are right now, what you're doing right now. Just not possible, because that's very reassuring to me. It tells me that maybe we just don't get it, and that's good. I mean, I believe in science. Like, I take it for you know, I don't believe in a flat Earth or something. I think it's interesting. It's very entertaining, flat Earth theory. Very, very entertaining. I don't, but it's not likely. It's very unlikely about that. Do I know for sure? No, but it's very, very unlikely. But at the same time, you can use all the science and so on. And as soon as you go to bed and you dream, all what you've learned about the life and the physics and science and so on doesn't matter as soon as you're in a dream. And if there is coming in your dream a pink elephant and ask you about, hey, where is the remote control? You're not asking what the heck your elephant doing in my room. You just say, oh, I have no idea. Last time I just look under the bed. You just talk to him like it would be a real person. And this is so reassuring to me, because it tells me we have no clue, and that's good. That is very good. So I think I did a good job on this. If it doesn't look too good in the end, there is where we have to check this actually. Let's pick another one. It's getting late. I'm a little bit tired, so that's the reason also why I start talking about stuff like this. It's late and 10:35 p.m. I think that's a legit time to start talking about stuff like that. So this one I just want to get rid of it, because we need a black background. Or is it? Yeah. So that I see a little bit of the pixels here. Yeah, let's choose a different background. Let's choose. No, red is bad for the eyes. Like, it makes me crazy. This is not better. Brown. Brown is good. Yeah, let's use brown. So what we could do, I mean, like I've said, if you make a very good Blender job, then you don't have to do all this stuff. So I'm gonna, and here I use different layers. Here I got already used to that. So using different layers also in Blender is makes absolute sense, I believe. But I don't know, it's hard to describe. There is a point. What am I doing here? Eh? Ah, I'm right here. There is a point when I start to decide, now it's time to use to extend using more tools. But maybe it's because I'm still overwhelmed with the regular stuff, so I don't want to overdo it. Just taking it easy. It maybe looks better in here with the other stuff, but I've discovered that having a black stroke like this one here, it's better in the recording itself. So, and the good thing is, if it's not, I can always go back, because this is just this another layer. So, and now this one here. Yeah, I'm doing a poor job right now. Oh, a little. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Unfortunately, because of the denoising, the snowman looks a little bit too round, a little bit plastic, but that's okay. I mean, oh, come on. What happened here actually? Huh? Wait a second. Ah, I'm an idiot. Guys, you know what happened? I used the old version, but that's not a problem. It's really not, because the good thing is, this one here is what we should have used. I have just seen it. Here we go. But it's not a problem because we actually produced a template. That's also good, so I can show you how to deal with that. So if we have a template like this one, the next time is a lot easier. We can just select this area here, hold the shift key, press a left mouse button. Now we have two areas selected. We're gonna go to this thing and forget about what I've said, because we changed this position. We could okay, we have to do this one again, unfortunately. But you get what I mean, I guess. So it's late, you know. What can I do? What can I do? This one is fine, because we didn't change this one last time, but this we changed today, so we have to do this again. Oh, so why didn't I do this earlier? Oh, Lucas. Oh, this is a Blender sickness right now. I tried to rotate, but I used the Blender shortcut and it doesn't work like that. So how does it look? Yeah. So we have to, well, let's get rid of this again. This one we can delete. This one too, I don't want to get confused. This one we leave. This we make another version, just a backup version. And let's just make this go away. I think we have to do it with the black marker again. You know what, let's do that. Let's see, it's better. And this guy, it's the old version. Yeah, I think maybe next time I'm gonna... That's the good thing. If you make this in Blender, well, then you don't have to do this stuff. Although, if you're like me, you kind of always find something which annoys you, so... I think we have to use the same color here. I'm gonna pick this color, hold on. This one here. Is the same color? I'm confused. Yeah. And then we're gonna use the color here. Yeah, it's not completely straight, I guess, but that's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of like it when you doing that anyway. Kinda, not completely. Yeah, that's good. It doesn't have to be the same color. Let's screw that. Also, I think you can draw a lot of good stuff with GIMP and so on. There's another program, Krita, which is good for painting. I tried it once, but it made me crazy, and it's a good program, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I don't know because I haven't really used it. It's just if you're so used to a certain program, it's so hard to change. If you in Krita, I like the I mean, on the one hand, you can create every pencil and so on. That's good. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. You can do this, I think, in GIMP here, although I'm barely doing it. But I tried. What I really like, or in Krita, I searched like a maniac a way to change the aspect ratio of everything I'm using right now while I'm painting, and I couldn't find that. There is a way to change this, but you always have to go 2 steps or something to change this one here. And that makes me so crazy. I looked up, you can do everything in Krita, everything you can do except this. I couldn't find it. And so I gave up for a while because I got so frustrated. It's not Krita's fault, it's just I really like basically almost the whole time changing the structure of a pencil. It's like I would change the pencil, like I would hold it in my hands or something. And it really bothered me. It was so, again, it's not the program's fault, it's just, on the other hand, I don't get it why it's not there actually. I mean, seriously, why? I mean, you could, maybe there is on Edge, I haven't seen it. But, you know what, let me try something. Yeah, that's better. A lot better. Okay. Then we make a backup of this, and this one we connect to the other guy. Match down. So, and now it's not perfect because we want to make it a little bit blurry. Yeah, I mean, but I think it's a very good program for painting. So if you overcome the frustration, because you know, it's always happening. If you have a different program, if you search for something you really like, enjoying it in the other program, and it's not like that same, like it's a basic thing you really like, and that's a little bit weird because, you know, it's a really special thing I want to use. So I'm kind of special in this way, not in terms that I'm special, it's just but anyway, if you overcome that, then I'm sure you can create and paint very well. Because everything else, you can change so many good things. And at a certain point, I'm going to check this out again. But right now, I thought, okay, you know, you have GIMP, English, and Photoshop. I mean, that's okay. I also want to play a little bit of other games. Although I end up always creating something because somehow I enjoy it more and more. Okay, looks good. We can now make it a little bit blurry. And this is what I meant. It's a little bit different, the whole thing. So backup, save. Maybe not 1%. But it doesn't matter. I mean, what do I complain about? That an awesome free to use program like Krita is not completely what I'm doing, what I want, but it's free. That's the point. It's free. It's an awesome program, and you can create excellent stuff. Really. But this one I maybe shouldn't do, because if I start now also making this stuff a little bit fluffy and so on, I'm maybe probably gonna change this anyways again. But you can make it nice here actually, and then, you know, like this one. But because we're gonna change probably a lot of settings, that doesn't make sense. This one makes sense, because if we don't change the position of those stuff here, then this is fixed. Then we have a template already. That's good for using it. But if this one, you know, we may change something. We give him maybe a a sword or something. Okay, guys. Well, that's enough. Maybe I'm gonna make a test run, record something with that. I think not today. I think, but I'm never sure. Maybe quickly. Anyway, so yeah, I think there's more Blender stuff coming. Like I've said, sometimes I'm gonna just create, or if I start in the middle of something, that's because it's really I'm kind of missing it right now as well. Music. I really like listening to music a lot, and that could be a problem. I mean, there's a way to if this ever becomes a thing, and if people would like to watch that, then I could create stuff while I listen to music and myself shut up, right? So that could be also a thing, but I don't know. It's a little bit more. You have a little bit more freedom because you can. If I record, I always have the feeling a little bit. I shouldn't bother anybody. I should not waste anybody's time, and so I always try to be a little bit fast, and then it's different. It's a little bit, but that's only because I pressure myself all the time. I'm a weird guy. Yeah, I guess I'm a nice guy, but I'm weird. That's for sure. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Wish you a nice, good day. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.